You're right, everyone. So, a different kind of video, but I wanted to make a video on my thoughts on the Elden Ring DLC's trailer, and what I hope it is and isn't when it eventually does come out. So, let's get started. The Elden Ring DLC has been highly anticipated for a while now, and it shows. Just take the trailer for example. It came out 4 days ago at the time of recording, and already has 8.3 million views, with just shy of 450,000 likes. So it shows this DLC is really highly anticipated, a lot of people are excited for it, and it's also been quite well received in general. So I wanted to do my own video, kinda less focusing on the trailer itself, but more using the trailer to think of what I hope the DLC itself is going to be like, and also not be like. So I'm not going to be like analysing the trailer and explaining what we can gather from it, because there's plenty of very good videos on that already. Now, FromSoft are known to do good DLCs, like the Bloodborne and the Dark Souls trilogy, all had fantastic ones, and you could even argue with the highlight of the game. So there's a lot riding on this, especially with how big of a fan base Elden Ring has gained. I think they will try and go all out on this DLC. I think that's why they've taken so long. Like, Elden Ring's been out 2 years, although it don't feel like it, and we're only just now getting the trailer for the DLC. So I imagine they've put a lot of work into it. Like, especially because if you compare it to Dark Souls 3, if you've played the DLCs in that game, I'm sure you'll agree that they were pretty good, especially the bosses. They were fantastic. And both of them were released within the year of Dark Souls 3's release. So it only makes sense that this is the biggest DLC they've ever made, which is what they claim. Now, focusing on the bosses, which is definitely one of the main sticking points that people are interested in, they look good, at least in my opinion. They look very unique and pretty good. The exact number of bosses hasn't been confirmed yet, but there is supposed to be over 10, which, if they're all as good quality as, well, at least the main bosses in Elden Ring, that's gonna be good. I just hope that a sizable portion of that, more than 10, isn't kind of copy-pasted for filling, as it were, because that's what myself and a lot of people feel they did in the main game, like with the dungeons, for example. So, like I say, I just hope that at least most of them are as unique and as well made as the main bosses in the main game, like the Shard Bearers, because if so, that'd be fantastic. Now, as for the world, they've made a brand new area for the DLC, and it looks pretty good. It looks very detailed. They've put a lot of effort into it, at least from the brief snippets we've got. The open world was a fantastic point for Elden Ring, and if the DLC is also open, which I can only assume it will be, that's going to make a lot of people very happy, including myself, because it's just more to explore, more to do. They've also said it'll be comparable in size to Limgrave, which is definitely not small, though for the price, which I'll talk about more in a minute, it doesn't seem overly big either. Though, to be fair, it isn't just above ground, there is more legacy dungeons, so it will be bigger than just Limgrave on the map, at least. And this size can hint at how long it's supposed to take to finish, because, well, we don't know for sure, but people have estimated around 15 to 20 hours, because it's supposed to be longer than Dark Souls 3's DLCs. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not diving into the lore or anything or analysing it, but I just wanted to mention that it is focusing on Miquella, as was suspected for a while by the community. And I think this is quite a good idea, because the main game didn't really have much on Miquella, not really. So we get to know more about him now, and just learn more about the lore to do with him. DLC is also supposed to provide more weapons and Ashes of War, which is always nice to keep it more varied. Not that it needed it, but again, still nice to have. It's also supposed to be new NPCs and new armour sets and whatnot. How many, we don't know, but really, as long as it's a few, it's alright. Elden Ring, the base game, already has so much, so really we can't ask for much more. So overall, I'm excited for it, and so is a lot of people. Because, like I say, we've been waiting a long time and it's really highly anticipated. So I really think they're going all out to make it fantastic. From the brief snippets we've got, it looks like there's a lot of stuff in it, and it looks like it's all quite unique. The main problem people have with it is the price, which is fair. But if you compare it to Dark Souls 3 again, both those DLCs combined are about £25, and the Elden Ring one is supposed to be significantly bigger, so should you buy it? Of course, I don't know for sure, no one does, but given how long it's been, and how much effort they usually put into DLCs, given the track record, I'm going to be buying it, personally, and I'm sure a lot of people are. And I've no doubt in my mind that it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, in my opinion, I think it should. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.